things that are basically vintage, which apparently is from, I think, like 20 or 30 plus years ago, but not antique, where it's like 50, 60 plus years ago, you know? So, in the age range of probably a lot of people watching this video. So, you might maybe recall some of these things, or, I'm gonna go ahead and start, but make sure you guys subscribe and check me out on Bomboni.com. Book yourself a service today, a confidential, private tarot reading, Reiki healing, and more on my website. And I'm available today, so, you know, some days I'm just not available. I'm not even home some days. So today I'm available, so go ahead and book a service today, okay? While you can. TonyBomboni.com for your confidential readings. Okay, so let's begin. Links below, by the way. Links below to my website. And I just want to quickly send some prayers to Nadine, ASMR, the Jew's daughter. I had the wonderful blessing of meeting them both a few years ago, and I'm just sending love, healing, and support to Spirit and to her family, to Dream, her son, and I'm sending so much love, healing. Can you guys please pray for Nadine, ASMR, the Jew's daughter? Thank you. And you can go on her channel, and if you can handle it, I know it's hard to watch someone crying when you're an empath, but like, please go on that video and send her as much love and support as possible, even if you can't watch the video, because it's too much, because I know I hate to see people suffer, and my heart just sank when I heard the news about her daughter. So just send her so much love and support and healing, please, and prayers, because I do believe in God. I believe in the power of prayer, and I know that she will pull through and recover and get a lot better. So yes, thank you guys, thank you. Okay, so all right, let's begin. So I'm gonna start pulling out some stuff from this paper bag. This is a stand for an egg. Yes, you heard it, not an egg that's $12 at the grocery store. No. This is a vintage unicorn egg, and these are my partner's things, by the way. None of these are my own, but let's see if I can pull one out. I have to be very gentle. It's in this box next to me, but it's all wrapped up. Oh, I see the egg. Okay. Here we go. So it is a unicorn egg. So it looks kind of like what they call like an oriental type of egg. It has a hole in the bottom so it can stand up. You just put it over this thing and it keeps it held just like that. And I have to hold it in place because it's kind of wobbly if I do that. But just the aesthetic, you can tell that it's from a different time. It's not quite from 2025, you know what I mean? I think this are from, I think he said 1993, which makes me sound vintage. I might as well tap on myself, because I'm vintage. I think I would probably be considered vintage ASMR artist too at this point. Okay, maybe in 5-10 years, but ciao. I'm gonna put that here because it's so cute. It really, I'm gonna try to play. There we go. Alright. As long as it stays in place, it doesn't fall. Okay. So, that's one of many. I'm not gonna show all. Here, let me open another one. So, here's another one. So, you see the mountains in the distance with the flowing river and the rocks painted on this egg. This unicorn is standing. Apparently unicorns are a huge thing. It's a huge topic. hashtag. Like, people are just, I mean, I've known always that there was like a cult following of unicorns, but I had no idea how big of a deal it was. Like, you know. This is by Princeton Gallery, yes, 1993. And these are handcrafted in Taiwan, apparently. Try to be gentle, but make a little noise with the stuff. Vintage eggs. So, they're no Fabergé, but vintage eggs. Vintage eggs. Okay. So, I'm a little lost because there was also this thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. I think someone said I have to clench my jaw, but I don't want to do that. But like, if you clench your jaw, apparently it stops you from sneezing. But this thing, I don't remember what he said. There was something that went on this thing. If I can remember or find it. But it don't matter. So apparently, I don't know. Oh, I think it was this thing. No, I don't know. But anyways, y'all, I don't remember if this was vintage. I'm pretty sure it's a candy box, but there's no candy in it. Oh, that's helpful. It says expiration 24 months. But this is literally the product of it says the People's Republic of China. So, it's a candy box, but you can tell it's quite old-fashioned in a way. It's sort of, I thought it was a pineapple at first. It actually comes with a lid that can make it difficult to put on a bit. There we go. Yeah, you see now why I thought it was a pineapple at first. But it got a cute ribbon to it. So yeah, I think people were like very obsessed with like colors like this, like wood and gold colors at the time. But he's using it to hold some of these vintage eggs now. But it's it's different. It's very different. Not my favorite color scheme. I'm definitely not into like antiques and vintage stuff like that. I don't know. Even like old movies, I'm just not really into that kind of stuff. But you know, I thought it'd be cool to show some different type of stuff on this channel. Okay, so that's that. A lot of these books you see here, you can't probably see them all, but like it would take me probably all day to show them all. So I'm gonna just show you a few. These are collections from his father. Passed away within, I think, the last year or two, and he has some native blood in him, and he loved Native American stuff. This is by Don Goldsmith. Child of the Dead. Two unlikely allies carry a powerful message of hope and survival to the people. So these are also considered vintage because they're very old. Like, they're just old books, you can tell. And by the smell, they're very old. Let me see if it says a year. Yeah, 1995. Copyright 1995. So this is probably a newer one. I have ones that look very old, so it's still 30 years, so that still makes it vintage. But I still remember reading books with pages this dark yellow in school. So call me old. I am 30 years old after all. Okay, pipe. Yeah, even these books, like, I definitely would never read. Wow, back when books were $5, and it would take you several days to read it. Bearer of the Pipe. I think someone maybe was smoking a pipe when they read this, because there's a burn mark. It's so cool to be like, wow, you know, someone that was alive actually felt this book, touched it, like interacted with it, read it, you know. World of Silence. So this has a textured lettering here. From birth he'd been called Speaks Not. Deaf and mute, he lives in a world of silence apart from his people, who will later rename him Hunts Alone for his unusual but successful approach to securing sustenance from the wild game that roams the land. Stronger than his handicap, he finds love, establishes his own lodge, and begins a family of his own, all of which is shattered forever the day the Forest people attack his encampment. Now Hunts Alone is left with nothing but his young granddaughter and the desperate need to survive in an enemy country. In the years to come, years of painful trial and breathtaking wonder, the old man and the young girl will follow a path of destiny, boldly carrying the seeds of their ancient heritage into an uncertain future. Wow, someone left their address and name in Maryland, because he lived in Maryland too. Wow, I guess this book was a gift for him. March 1992. River of Swans. Trail from Taos. Another textured covering. And I just much prefer the books of today because they have like covers that feel better. Pale Star. The Sacred Hills. I mean, there's so many. Like I said, there's a whole shelf. I mean, there's even more like than this. This is just some of them. Moon of Thunder. Daughter of the Eagle. Man of the Shadows. So these are different author. Edgar Rice Burroughs. I've definitely heard of him before. A science fiction classic. Oh, 40 cents. So this is definitely vintage. Tarzan reconquers his jungle kingdom. The Beasts of Tarzan. Oh, I thought he was naked on the cover. Scorning the cloak of humdrum civilization, the famous white savage, the mighty Tarzan of the Apes, returns to the jungles of untamed Africa. Determined to prove once again to scheming men and vicious beasts his authority as lord of the jungle. Though cruel enemies have seized his young son and hold him as hostage, Tarzan's jungle skill and mighty muscles reveal him to be an opponent as wily as a fox, as fierce as a lion, and as unrelenting as an enraged bull elephant. Oh yeah, so you can tell this is older. I don't even know if this has ever been opened. It's like, you can tell it probably hasn't. It's hard to open, or maybe it's just been closed for so long. You see the oldness. And the smell is very old. It has a very, very old smell. Oh no, it doesn't say the year. What the heck? Why no year? This, believe it or not, this Ace edition follows the text of the first hardcover book edition originally published in 1916. I think he said this was from the 70s. It's probably the 70s. It's giving me that vibe. So there's another Tarzan one. Oh, this one's really run down. Definitely red. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This is originally published in 1919. This says 1919. This is in 1914. Jungle, original in 1928. 1925, I'm sorry. Look at this. My gosh. It's, wow, very old. Tanar of Pelagidar. The Lost Continent. Oh my gosh, this one is literally orange. How old is this? Because I know paper, if you don't preserve it, it actually deteriorates with time. So these are eventually not even going to be like, probably in 50 years it's going to be completely ash. They just don't, paper just doesn't last. It's meant to decompose back to the earth, you know. This one says 1916. Escape on Venus. $1946. Alright, so that's all for the books. So I'm gonna move on to this final object, which I think was a gift from his aunt. And this looked vintage to me. It's actually a horoscope wheel, a zodiac, astrology, spinny thingy. I forgot the name of this thing in general that has this, the axle, whatever. The whole thing, I mean, there's a name to it. But if you spin it, it makes music. It's a music box. So you can tell by the wood that it's vintage. And again, the gold color, gold and wood, seems to have been a famous thing. So, I don't know, copyright infringement, you know, I don't want to play the music maybe for 5 seconds tops. But they have Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. What the heck is that? I think that's Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So I guess there's different colors here for the different planets, and the sun in the middle. Okay, I'll play a little bit. And then they have like numbers here on the dial, so like for the whole 360 degrees. So that was loud, I'm sorry. Okay, I have to stop it, it's too loud. But there you go, guys. Some people like music in ASMR, so I hope it's not too annoying. I forgot the name of the song, but it's a certain song. So, music boxes always make me very sad and sentimental. Oh, that's why it's still spinning. You have to lay it flat. But sometimes it has a mind of its own. It will still spin even if you're not touching it. So I'm like, there's some energy in that. But some loving energy. But yes, that's it, guys. There's something else, but I really am not sure. It's vintage. I don't even know if I should show it, but I guess I'll show it real quick because it looks pretty cool. So hold on, give me a second. So I'm pretty sure this was bought a while ago. I think the 90s. I really hope so. No, it's not what you think it is. It's glass. It's a glass blown decorative piece it's kind of like a vase that goes on a piece of driftwood. So it goes perfectly on the driftwood as if it's actually melted on the wood. So kind of scary for me to hold it up like that, but you see, it's very unique, and apparently it was very much in at the time. So here's some driftwood. uses are for feeding of the goats and buffalo in that region. We recycle the fallen tree trunks and branches by cutting and polishing them into slabs. We use the root sections to make the bases for hand-blown glass vessels, bowls, vases, pitchers, candle holders. Each root base is cut, cleaned, and kiln-dried. Then an Indonesian artisan hand blows and fires a glass vessel to perfectly form onto each base. The fired glass takes the unique shape of the root base and becomes one. The glass is then dipped and cooled into water to solidify its unique shape. Each piece is truly a work of art. We purchase these camel roots from the farmers in the area to help them economically. So, kind of looks like a goat skull or something. But yes, it's very cool that they do that. Like, you just simply put it on. Like, wow, you know, it's so unique. It really is. I definitely have never seen something like that before. So I'll put that aside so that I don't drop it. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what was your favorite vintage piece. I would say probably, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I like them all. If I have to pick a favorite, it's very hard for me. They're all wonderful in their own way, so make sure you guys subscribe. And again, TonyBomboni.com. Book your own confidential reading from me. I'm available today, guys, so book me today for personal readings while you can. Okay. Thank you so much, and thank you for continuing to produce support for this channel. I can't keep going without those readings, so I really do appreciate it. Alright,